Right.
And what links show up in group texts. If I'm in group chats with friends, like what links are showing up.
That's what I try to do now.
Yeah.
Only get stuff that shows up in my group text because that keeps me productive. So I only check if someone's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" I'm like, "All right, what the fuck? Let me check it out."
If there's something that's crazy enough, that it'll enter the group chat.
But there's always something. That's what's nuts. There's always some new law that's passed, some new insane thing that California's doing.
Yeah.
And it's like a giant chunk of it's happening in California. The most preposterous things that I get.
Yeah.
And then you got
crazy.
Gavin Newsom, who's running around saying we all have California derangement syndrome. He's just like ripping off Trump derangement and calling it California derangement. It's like, no. The fucking, how many corporations have left California?
It's crazy. Like,
hundreds.
Yes, hundreds.
Right? Hundreds.
Yes.
That's not good.
Not Chick-fil-A. I think In-N-Out left.
Yeah, In-N-Out left. They moved to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we can't do this anymore.
Right. And
it's the California company for food. It's like the greatest hamburger place ever.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not actually speaking of like just sort of open source and like looking at things openly. I just like going In-N-Out and seeing them make the burger.
Yeah, it's right there.
They chop the onions and they it's you just see everything getting made in front of you.
Yeah.
It's great. But yeah, it should be like, how many wake up calls do you need to say that it needs to be reform in California?
Well, the crazy thing that Newsom does is whenever someone brings up the problems in California, he starts rattling off all the positives. The most Fortune 500 companies, highest education. But yeah, that was all already there before you were governor.
But how many Fortune 500 companies have left California?
Right. And then you guys spent $24 billion on the homeless. And it got way worse.
Yes, like the homeless population doubled or something. Like people don't understand like the homeless thing because it sort of preys on people's empathy, and I think we should have empathy, and we should try to help people. But the homeless industrial complex is really it's dark, man. It should be that network of NGOs should be called like the drug zombie farmers, because the more homeless people and really like when you meet like somebody who's like totally dead inside shuffling along down the street with a needle dangling out of their leg, homeless is the wrong word. Like homeless implies that somebody got a little behind on their mortgage payments, and if they just got a job offer, they'd be back on their feet. But someone who's you see these videos of people that are just shuffling, they're on fentanyl, they're like taking a dump in the middle of the street, and they got like open sores and stuff. They're not like one drop offer away from getting back on their feet.
Right. This is not a homeless issue.
Homeless is it's a propaganda word.
Right.
So, and then the these sort of charities in quotes they get money proportionate to the number of homeless people or number of drug zombies.
Right.
So their incentive structure is to maximize the number of drug zombies, not minimize it.
Right.
That's why they don't arrest the drug dealers. Because if they arrest the drug dealers, the drug zombies leave. So they know who the drug dealers are. They don't arrest them on purpose, because otherwise the drug zombies would leave. And they would stop getting money from the state of California and from all the charities.
Wait a minute. So you say
it's dark, man.
Is that real? So they're in coordination with law enforcement on this?
Yeah.
So how do they have those meetings?
They're all in cahoots.
Well, when you find this,
this is a diabolical scam. And San Francisco has got this tax, this gross receipts tax, which it's not even on revenue; it's on all transactions, which is why Stripe and Square and a whole bunch of financial companies had to move out of San Francisco because it wasn't a tax on revenue; it's a tax on transactions. So if you do trillions of dollars transactions, it's not revenue. You're taxed on any money going through the system in San Francisco. Like Jack Dorsey pointed this out, and they said look that they had to move Square from San Francisco to Oakland, I think. Stripe had to move from San Francisco to South San Francisco, a different city. And that money goes to the homeless industrial complex, that tax that was passed. So there's billions of dollars that go, as you pointed out, billions of dollars every year that go to these non-governmental organizations that are funded by the state. Like this, it's not clear how to turn this off. It's a self-licking ice cream cone situation. So they get this money. The money is proportionate to the number of homeless people or number of drug zombies, essentially. So they try to keep that. They try to actually increase, because that like in some cases, like it's somebody did an analysis. When you add up all the money that's flowing, they're getting close to $1 million per homeless per drug zombie. It's like $900,000, something like some crazy amount of money is going to these organizations. So so they want to keep people just barely alive. They need to keep them in the area so they get the revenue. So that's why, like I said, they don't arrest the drug dealers, because otherwise the drug zombies would leave. But they don't want to have too much. If they get too much drugs, then they die. So they're kept in this sort of perpetual zone of being addicted, but just barely alive.
So how is this coordinated with like DAs that don't prosecute people?
Yeah.
So when they hire or they push, so they fund the campaigns of the most progressive, most out there left-wing DAs. They get them into office.
We've got that issue in Austin too, by the way.
Yes, we
do.
do.
You see that guy that got shot in the library?
No.
I heard about a guy got
it.
shot and killed in the library. I think that was just like last week or something.
Right.
So some friends of mine were telling me that like the library's unsafe. Like they took their kids to the library, and there were like dangerous people in the library in Austin. And I was like, dangerous people in the library? Like that's a strange. It basically got like drug zombies in the library.
Oh Jesus! And that's when someone got shot.
Yeah, I believe this should be on the news. We might be able to pull it up. But I think it was just in the last week or so that there was a shooting in the library in Austin. Because Austin's got, it's the most liberal part of Texas that we're in right here.
So, suspect involved in the shooting at Austin Park Library Saturday is accused of another shooting at the Cap Metro bus earlier that day. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Austin police arrested Harold Newton Keene, 55, shortly after the shooting in the library, which occurred around noon. One person sustained non-life-threatening injuries in the event. Before that shooting, Keene was accused of shooting another person in a bus incident, and after reportedly pointing his gun at a child. So this is the fella down here.
Right, so like we just seriously have a problem here.
Yeah.
So I think one of the people might have died too that he shot. Like one of the people I think did bleed out. But either way, it's like getting shot is still bad.
It says the victim told police it confronted the suspect, who started to eat what appeared to be crystal methamphetamine. According to the affidavit, the victim advised the suspect began to trip out, at which time the victim exited the bus. Victim told the bus driver hit the panic button and then exited the bus. When he turned around, the observer, black male, was now standing at the front of the bus with a gun pointed at him. The victim advised the black male fired a single round which grazed his left hip. So he shot at that dude, and then another dude got shot in the library. Fun.
Yeah, I mean, in the library.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to be reading books. And there's a children's section in the library, and it says he pointed his gun at a kid. I mean, like we do have a serious issue in America where repeat violent offenders need to be incarcerated.
Right.